All right, I'm ready.
All right. Man, oh man, oh man. In the world of music, there are some people who are just taking leaps and bounds while other people are taking just steps. And the person in front of me right now has been here before, but she is leaps and bounds past where she was when I last saw her. And we are going to talk about what she's done and hasn't done
Yeah.
to make these steps bigger and more pronounced than some of the other people in the same arena and in the same path. Right now, I want you guys out there in podcast land to put your hands together to show your love, give your ears to the amazing. There we go. You can't hear, but I can. There's applause out there. Miss Navia, how you doing today?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
All right. Yeah, man. It's been a while since you've been here. Not too long, but it's been a while in your travels. You have done a lot.
Yeah.
Made some new connections, done some new music, and gained some perspective.
Definitely perspectives. Definitely out there in the community now. Definitely pushing my name. Lots of gigs, lots of interviews, lots of traveling back and forth from different communities, states. Actually really excited because I just closed the deal in Atlanta, so I'll be performing in Carrollton, Georgia.
Okay.
May 24th, that is the date. And then I have some more upcoming shows if you guys are local in town. Savannah, Georgia. I'm performing at Yardstock off of 723 West 42nd Street. That is in Savannah, Georgia. You can catch me there performing from 3 to 6, 4 hours straight.
Oh, nice.
With alongside Marley X and Alan, who will be DJing there. There will be free drinks. There will be
free drinks.
Yep, free drinks,
and
free
shows?
food, free live music.
Oh, nice.
So come out and vibe, have the best time of your life. And after that, there's an after party at the Eden Supper Club. You can purchase your tickets actually online. I'll put the link in my bio as soon as I get a hold of it. But it's $5 for early birds, $10 if you're late. And you can, again, look me up on all streaming platforms. My name's Navia, the fallen angel of Savannah, Georgia. So yes, May 18th, the Yardstock. Next gig is May 17th. That is at Nicole's Bistro. That one is off of Victory Drive. It's posted on my Instagram as well. You guys can all look that up. My handle name is _Navia, NAVIA .UXHIHA _. And you can find me there. You can go on Facebook. I have my own page now, so it's all working in the favors of the Most High. And now I'm on this interview, so I'm ready for questions.
Let's go. We got all the stuff out there.
Yeah, we got all the upcoming stuff. Oh, and
let's go.
Drum roll, please.
It's
It's okay. It's all good. I will be performing at El Rocco's Lounge July 5th, Neon Guts. For all of you SCAD college kids that just have graduated, feel free to come to Neon Guts. You will be seeing me and alongside the most surreal woman herself, Nobi.
Oh, yeah.
So we will be collaborating on a song, and I am super excited. And we have an amazing producer named Professor Beam, or AKA Professor the Wizard. And we will be collaborating with that. We'll be also collaborating with Zamonia's Den. And I'm pretty sure you guys know of Freddie, 28 Freddie. Anyway, we will be collaborating with them. I912 TV as well as Chalkline Records will be collaborating with Zamonia's Den. So we will be coming up with the most euphoric, surreal, alien, zootopic, I don't know what to call it, but the aesthetic is holographic, kind of like you're in what's that movie? You know, the movie with the girl with the orange wig. And
Fifth Element.
Elements.
Fifth Element.
The fifth, yes.
Element,
So
Fifth
that is
Element.
the type of aesthetic that we are trying to bring to the community at El Rocco's Lounge. So all my Sky kids, all my college kids, feel free to come, drink, vibe, smoke. Obviously not in the venue because, yeah, we don't want
It's
that.
Georgia.
But just vibe, chill, you know. The more that we can have a lot of people come out to these events, the more we can keep hosting them. We're trying to build a very safe environment for people, not anything corrupt, and for subjection, you know, like we just want the community to come back together. We want to support everyone who's, you know, supported us. So we're giving back. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now we got all the stuff.
Now
out there.
we got it all out. Okay.
Okay. Nice. So you began talking about community outreach, and I've seen you in the mix in that way. What have you been up to as far as community outreach?
So I have attended to several events. Palm Wine is one of them. I love the Caribbean vibes. I have attended to Park Vibes out in the community as well, where there's local photographers, there's local entrepreneurs, skin people that, you know, focus on their face. There is a lot of people out there that are in the children field, you know, the educational field. Lots of teachers, lots of nurses, doctors, business people, that, you know, it's a clean environment. It's very, when you walk there, you know, you kind of anointed because you feel like that's family once you're in that space.
Oh yeah, definitely supporting local level entrepreneurs and business minded people and outreach programs.
The host is Josh and Jalen.
Okay.
Yep. They are great people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your music, when you first came here, you were, you know, you're amazing. The fact that the way we met, your performance at Das Box was stunning. And then you came in and very humble, very nice to talk to. And now you've picked up speed. And now you've collaborated. You've mentioned I-912.
IC Support Savannah as well.
So explain to me those relationships and how they formed and how they've helped you take these steps.
So I happened to one day just be minding my business. And because the venue that I was booked at, Tapa's Lounge, I came in tune with a guy named Money Dinero. He had, you know, watched my show and etc. And his lovely girlfriend, Lavanchi, she had introduced herself as well, you know, explained that my music was really great after the show at Daz Box. And, you know, came across that they had a showcase. I-912 TV was the original people that casted it alongside with they collaborated, IC Support Savannah. I had no type of ambition in being in a contest. I don't believe in competition. I believe that if you have talent, you gotta prove it. And I feel that I really didn't need to because I've been doing music since like I was 16. And I've been casted in New York City, you know, alongside with some really great producers. So I just like, one day I was like, hey, how do I participate? How do I get my name out there? And Chris, he had spoke to me about it, and you know, I showed him some of my music. And
Chris from I-912.
Huh?
Chris from I-912.
Yes, Chris from I-912 TV.
Okay.
Yes, also manager of my manager, as well as the head of Chalkline Records.
Oh, okay.
You know, so showed him my music or whatnot, and he was like, yeah, I really think you have what it takes, you know, to like make it out there and be seen and stuff, because your music is very unique. And I believe that like he said, I have faith in you. Like, you may not think it now, but you have what it takes. And basically he pushed me, he mentored me alongside. He got my music video started. I met a couple of people, came across, you know, some other nice artists like Slim Bay, Kel Denise, Gutta Smooth, Jigga,
Oh yeah,
You know,
all
all
dope
the,
artists,
you know,
all
yeah.
the yeah.
Even Ray, I can't think of his goddamn name right now. Stress Life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I met all those people, and as I continued to, you know, hang around those people and stuff, the bond started to create, kind of like it was more so family.
Mm-hmm.
And I eventually kept pushing, kept getting mentored and stuff, and kept, like, you know, getting my views out there. You know, I had a lot of people from New York, where I used to live at, you know, vote for me, as well as people in Florida, because I have a lot of family down there, and as well as some people like cousins and aunties out here in Savannah, Georgia. So, you know, I just don't have, I don't come, like, yeah, I may seem like I'm alone, but I come with a pack, and each pack will definitely support. And I feel that once I seen, you know, I got supported in all these type of ways or whatnot, I ended up winning the competition. And the agreement was basically you would win, I think, $300 if you came in first place, right? So I won the first 200, and then I had to go up against Good as Smooth alongside with other, you know, artists. And industry night, it was great. I had a ball. I had an emergency, so I had to go that night. But all on the other hand, you know, I definitely enjoyed myself. The vibes were great. Kel's always keeping me in high spirits because it was a very stressful day that day.
So what keeps you? Because this is not an original thing that gets said to you.
Yeah.
That your music, your style, the way you present yourself, invokes people to say you've got it.
Yeah.
What do you see? What they see, or what do you, when you hear that? What do you hear?
Before, I didn't believe it. I had a lot of insecurities within myself. I had to go on a spiritual journey, and I had to come to the realization that this is who I am, and this is somebody I accept. And I didn't want to believe, like, I don't have that type of bad bitch energy, like, oh, I think I'm the shit, I'm bougie as fuck. I may act like it, but we all struggle with our own insecurities, you know, and we all have flaws. And I think that's what makes us the most beautiful type of people, that we can accept that we're not fully perfect in, you know, people's image, and we continue to be who we truly are. And I think that originally after that, I continued to do affirmations and stuff and push myself, and, you know, I started to gradually love myself more. And yeah, I do now think I'm the shit. I do now think that I've overcame so much, and I'm thankful.
So what do what do affirmations do for you? Like,
So
how do you apply them to your craft? And
well, obviously it starts off of how you start your day. The first thing that you do when you get up out of bed, you know, like, you have to go ahead and you have to, like, push yourself to want to get up out of bed, because, you know, you have these plans that you set for yourself. I at first did not like to get out of bed. I did not like to eat. I wouldn't say I was a very messy person, because I was very OCD-ish, but I guess you could say I just didn't want to learn how to be this person. So, and I didn't think I had what it takes, but sometimes you have to take your mask off your face and come and face yourself. And in all reality, I just my affirmations is that I love myself. I deserve more than what I settle for. If my sister and my father were here, they'd be so proud of me.
okay.
And
So
I'm blessed. That's it.
oh, there's nothing wrong. Yeah, that's dope. I mean, so many artists complain, and maybe righteously so, maybe not righteously so. Maybe there's something they're missing, and maybe there's something that you're getting. That there isn't that kind of support network.
I feel like a lot of people. It also comes with the environment that you hang around. Like, they say that you attract what you are, or that you attract what you are as a person. So So if you're a negative person, the only thing you're going to be attracting is negative people. Or if you're in a bad headspace and, you know, you're around a bad environment, the only thing that you're going to be drawn to is toxicity and etc. So I started to surround myself with strong-minded people that, you know, obviously been through struggle, that know what love is, know what pain is. And I ended up creating this, like, healthy environment for myself. Mm-hmm. And it was scary at first because I was coming from something to nothing. And I was genuinely scared for myself that I would fall into a deep depression. But something in myself told me, get the fuck up. You don't have time to waste. You have 100 years on this lifespan. Mm-hmm. Why are you crying about something that you can change? Nobody can do it but you. But because you see it, that's the first step. Mm-hmm. The second step is maintaining it. Mm-hmm. When you maintain it, you don't have to second guess yourself because you've already had this discipline, this routine that you've set for yourself. Mm-hmm. Once you've got your routine set, then you can go ahead and start adding the little extra stuff and stuff. But it starts with you first. You can't do anything if you don't believe in yourself. Mm-hmm. And I did not believe in myself, but I knew I had something. Like, I knew it was there. I just didn't go ahead and, like, put it into the full effect. And somehow I finagled and made my way into bars and open mic nights and stuff. And somehow I ended up getting discovered. So I feel that, you know, there is this thing where, you know, he chooses the anointed ones. He chooses the people who've been through a lot. And it may not be your time. It may be their time. It may not be your time because your work is not done yet. He still has plans for you. So you just have to continue to be spiritual, I guess. In my way, I was really never spiritual. But then when I started to be more spiritual and stuff, and one day I came across a shroom. I came across a shroom.
Hey, it takes the earth to get you in touch with the stars.
And I feel like, honestly, me personally, I'm comfortable with being on shrooms because it's like I've already faced that demon of myself. That little girl that I used to see all the time. That would cry and ask herself, why is this happening to me? Why do I continue to go through these things? Why do they get to take and why do I have to sit here and live with this pain? Or why does this person treat me like this and I have to stick like this? Mm-hmm. I never understood why. Mm-hmm. And I didn't believe that there was any hope out there. I didn't walk in faith. And it doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what type of person, whoever you feel me, it's about what's in you, because I believe that it's not just, I feel like the spirit is in everyone. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like it's not just up in the sky, or it's not just this person because he says he's Jesus or he says he's God. You feel me? Like right, no. It's like it's in you. You have to open it. You have to awaken it. It's like the chakras. You have to awaken your chakras. And once you awaken your chakras, you start to see different energies, different colors, different energy points, you know, and you could feel a shift in the atmosphere when something don't feel right. Mm-hmm. And me personally, I felt this shift in the atmosphere. I was wondering why the hell I was going crazy this week. Like I've caught myself thinking about somebody that I wasn't thinking about. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I had to question myself, well, why the fuck is this happening now? Like, I was perfectly fine. But that's because the universe is giving us signs. When you feel that you are having doubt in yourself about something that you truly desire, mm-hmm. that you want, but you can't have right in that moment, be patient. It'll come to you. But you have to wait because you have work to do. You have your work to do.
So... And I don't disagree, mm-hmm. because I do think that there has to be some sort of faith in divine providence, mm-hmm. the idea that what is yours is coming.
Yeah.
but I also believe that you have to take the travel to make it to that space.
Yeah, definitely.
So how are you matching your patience with your proactiveness?
Well, because I'm a singer, I took on the likelihood of being addicted to the internet. I hate it. I really do. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I want to be something, I have to deal with sitting in my phone 24/7, as it's dinging right now. So
You see me,
I'm
like,
always on my phone.
you kind of have to
But
be at
on
this
my
stage.
spare time, I do go to the gym. I
Mm-hmm.
do, like, distract myself with going ahead and, getting my nails done and going to get my hair done and my lashes done. Hanging out with my friends that I call my fellow weirdos. I think honestly it's just I stay to myself and I hang out with those that make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I don't know if I really fully answered your question.
No,
I'm also kind of high too, so.
So there's nothing wrong with that. These days it takes a little bit to get through the day.
Of course.
So just understanding what this music scene looks like. What do you think you're offering art that it's not getting either any or enough of, that is creating the attention that you're getting?
For some odd reason, I feel like being true to yourself is honestly what gets people's attention. I feel like when you're authentic to yourself, that's what draws them in. Because people like when you're different. They like that you don't care what they think of you. You could be batshit crazy. You could be a fucking crackhead on the side of the road scratching their ass with a fucking, bat. I don't know, and they would take that as like, oh, that's lit. That's cool. Let me film it. Because that's the society we live in. So if you match with that, you draw attention.
Okay, could it be could it be that there are so many people pretending
There are people
that
that
the authentic you is the breakaway?
So I have come across that. I've come across people that like try to see the type of individual that I am, like if I'm actually genuine, if I'm actually authentic. But the thing is, before they can even read me, I read them. That's just my that's just me. Like I feel it before they even think it. Like that's when they say like how people look at you and you could feel them looking at you. I already know you're coming. I just have to really read you before I could trust you. And it may take weeks, it may take months, it may take years. But because of the damage I've been through, I set boundaries. So until I feel that I'm comfortable with you, I don't really give a shit what you think of. You could think I'm authentic. You can think I'm a piece of shit. You can think I'm a fucking bitch. I don't care. My main focus is me. And that's not selfish. That's me putting myself first. Of course, I'm supportive to those who are supportive to me. And that's not like a transactional thing. It's just give to those who give to you. Pour onto those who pour onto you. But yeah, I've came across people that think I talk shit about them, think I'm Miss Goody Two Shoes, and I think that I'm half white, half black, and all this other stuff.
That's interesting.
And I've come across a lot of people that go ahead and troll me on my pages. Believe me, they go ahead and call me an inside out Oreo.
That's okay.
Yeah. I don't take offense to it. Go
so
fuck yourselves.
you are biracial.
Yes, I am.
And I just want you to know here that doesn't play. Like, I have biracial children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have biracial relatives.
Yeah.
As most of us do. So it's
I think it's more so because I carry myself a little bit differently. Like I talk very proper. That they're not used to something like that. Yeah. And then they mistaken it for me being overly.
Yeah, no, I definitely as a kid I got that as dark as I am.
I used to get called the smart ass in the family like all the time.
Oh. Look, it's crazy because just being a reader and just being one of those type of people, I got you get teased and you would think, as dark as I am, I might not be the darkest brother in the world, but you know, I'm around there.
Mm-hmm.
I got the same words you got.
Yeah.
Which is why I think I have low tolerance for it.
Yeah,
Because
my patience like runs thin for stupidity. It's not even like the stupidity. It's just like, why the fuck would that come out your mouth? And you know it's gonna piss me off. Like,
I mean, but I think what ends up happening, is there's something about you that reminds them of something that they're not.
Yeah,
Or something that they are missing.
Feeling the void. And I feel like there's a lot of shapeshifters here in Savannah, Georgia.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, I'm
There's
not
a lot of clocks in this room.
I'm
Good
not
gracious.
pointing out who's who and who's what, but what I've come across is people like the fact that you are you.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't fucking identify it with themselves. Like, what you wear, they'll literally take it and try to make it into their own whatchamacallit because they liked it and then go ahead and copy off of you. You may not like notice right then and there, but then you start seeing signs further later that they're trying to talk like you, they're trying to walk like you, they're trying to go ahead and, you know, be like you. And that's when you have to ask yourself, like, hey, you see what I see? You peep what I peep? And then that's when you go ahead and you just distance yourself away from it.
I'll tell you what the learning lesson is in that. Because it happens when you are a trailblazer. And you don't have to be trailblazing away for anybody but you, like you said. Just taking care of you and pushing you forward. What ends up happening is you're going to inevitably, and I need you to know this from the beginning of your career, the more successful you are, the more imitatable that success is going to at least try to become. What I've learned, even at this level, is that it becomes motivation to not sit where I've been. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they'll learn your style. And then you go, you know what? Well, I'm about to just switch it. I'm about to just progress. Once they understand what you're doing, they might even try to bite your musical style. They might even try to bite, you know, those type of things. And what I've learned is you know everything I taught you, not everything I know. My actions show you where I was, not where I'm going. So you've listened to my music and you might be able to replicate that. But my new project, you're still waiting for me to do me in order for you to do your version of me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you'll always be ahead of the game because they're always waiting for you.
Yeah, they're always trying to see like what my next move is, and that's why I really don't talk a lot in public. Like I stay very, very quiet, and it's not because I talk way too much. I feel like if you talk too much, that's how you fuck yourself up in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Because people actually listen. People take that and they will use it against you in a way, and I feel like they do it in a fucking malicious way. And then they start hanging around people that you don't fuck with. Because you already knew we was cool. But you gonna go ahead and fuck with that person to piss me the fuck off. And you're just weird.
I think what ends up happening is those people are called co-conspirators.
Oh yeah, I feel like they just like to antagonize. They like to go ahead and do stuff to go ahead and make me like spaz out. They want a reaction. But
so how do you take this energy and how do you put it into your music?
I just block them.
How do you put it into your music?
Oh,
I mean, blocking is definitely.
I ain't gonna say your name because I know that's an NDA, but you'll know.
And there'll be signs.
You'll know for sure. Like I have a couple of tracks of like some people that I used to talk to that I just don't fuck with, and it's in my music. You just gotta really listen. The way how I communicate through music. That's why no one can understand me.
They say if you hurt a poet, they'll write masterpieces of how you've wronged them.
Yeah.
So I think that's true of any genre of art. Once they feel what you've done, you can tell in their art how they're processing, their relationship to you. So, being a lady, being a young artist, what responsibility do you feel, especially talking about how your spiritual growth, your artistic growth, how much do you feel you have a responsibility to your community of women to be as authentic, and what truths do you want to be spoken about when it comes to your art?
So I was just talking to a young lady last night when I was at a birthday party, and a lot of the stuff she was going through kind of was similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a reflection in myself because I was getting triggered by it, low key. And, you know, the best I could tell her was what I would say to myself now
Mm-hmm.
versus 2 years ago. Right now, she's still in that space of immaturity, and she doesn't see herself growing because she's settling right now because she doesn't have faith in humanity,
Mm-hmm.
that there's actual like love out there.
Mm.
And it's sad as fuck. It really is, because unfortunately you're gonna have to stumble and fall, trickle, collapse, shit, so much
Yeah. Yeah.
to find your person.
Mm.
And I the way how I told her, I played a song of mine,
Mm.
and I showed her, I was like, see, everything you're going through right now is literally what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between me and you is I channeled it into something, and I wrote it into my music.
Mm-hmm.
Stop fucking with these lame ass bum ass niggas. Excuse my language, boys. Stop fucking with these men and put your time and energy into something else. See, the real thing is, a lot of these females think that being a baddie is fighting, is doing drugs, is twerking on a nigga and stealing a nigga's man. No. You got the game messed up. Unfortunately, you're still in your 20s. You're a kid. Like, being a baddie is getting your shit together and maintaining it.
Mm.
Being a baddie is having a 401k at the age of 23 years old and having an etc. amount of money in it
Mm-hmm.
to last you a lifetime. Being a baddie, and it pisses me off that I have to like personally tell motherfuckers about themselves, because they know right from wrong. Like, that shit's just not cute. It's overplayed.
Well, there are a lot of people like
It's not. It's just fucking disgusting. I'm not judging. Shit, that's the life you want to live. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't condone it.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who say like I'm not trying to find a good guy right now. I'm
Yeah,
just
you know,
having
that's
fun.
cool. You could be in your prime. I'm telling you though, when you want in love later on in life, it'll be too late. But I don't blame you for living in this society, because it's not built off of that old school love. You know, sinners love.
Don't ruin the movie for me. I haven't seen it yet. Don't.
I'm not going to tell you about sinners love. Listen. But that type of love, that's the love I grew up on. That's that unconditional, unforgiving love. That, baby, I know I messed up, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fix myself for you. It may take some time, but I'm going to get there. So.
Oh yeah, that's a different kind. There's no forgiveness without repair.
Yeah, and I feel like once you have that anger in your heart, you've already committed murder, because you can't come back from that. There's hatred now. There's resentment. There's guilt. There's anger. There's avoidance. There's just so much.
So do you feel like through your music you have a responsibility to articulate like a better understanding?
Yeah,
or
like I feel like people should see from different points of perspectives when it comes down to love, when it comes down to toxicity, when it comes down to political expenses, when it comes down to etc. Like, there should be two sides of the story. And I feel like there always is two sides of the story. That's why you can't just believe what one person says. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays have judgment within themselves. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's called judging. You could judge somebody just by the way you look at them, but not know personally who the person they are inside.
Right.
And I feel like that's what they mean by don't read a book by its cover.
So you, and of course, you mentioned earlier that you start to put yourself first. That's not an act of selfishness.
It's not. I feel like it starts getting selfish when you doing it to be cocky. Like, you out there and you talking about, yeah, I'll support you, but I don't see you come to none of my shows. Yeah, I support you, but I don't see you go ahead when I'm in the gym and I really need something. Like, hey, I need a show now because I'm about to get put out my house. I don't see people doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just, it's a lot.
So how do you because there's definitely, to your point, a culture that seems to be divisive. How do you use the tool that is called now self-care? How do you use that to balance you? Or how do you feel like self-care is valuable in maneuvering through this culture?
Okay. One, stop going out and partying 24/7. It takes away from the vision you have for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I smoke and I do shrooms and I don't care what y'all motherfuckers think of me. And I've had fun. I don't do it all the time though.
Right.
I limit myself of doing it. I do the shrooms on special occasions. I'm just saying. I don't want y'all thinking I'm like really out there like pill popping and shit. No, I'm not. But on the other hand, I don't really drink. I kind of strayed away from it. Last time I got super drunk on my 23rd birthday and I was fucked. Vomited on the couch. Didn't even remember. I didn't even know I blacked out. That's how bad it was.
That's what blacking out is.
I had shit. It was my worst drink ever. I had Tito's, so.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah. But for the most part, yeah, just stop drinking, stop really smoking. I mean, you could smoke, but just discipline yourself so that way you don't.
So discipline is a part of self-care.
Yes, it is.
I don't hear that a lot, but I definitely am picking up that you are starting to moderate yourself in order to reserve yourself for better opportunities.
Yeah.
So when you when you hear the bad bitch,
I don't take offense to it. I don't like a woman.
Oh yeah.
That's mama.
Yeah. It's me. I got caffeine going through my system now.
It's okay. I got nicotine.
Right.
Okay.
So now I'm fidget. I'm watching you fidget, and I'm fidgeting, and she's over there going crazy.
Okay. Where was I? What was the question?
Having discipline as part of your self-care.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I believe you have to have discipline. Because if you don't have discipline, you're not going to see that vision for yourself. I like my discipline. I feel like it helps me with my day-to-day life and stuff.
Do you feel that
I do feel I get lonely. But that's where the friends come into play. That's what takes away from the outside life, and it kind of secludes you in a way.
Can it be that your path at some spaces are just meant for you to go it alone?
Yeah.
And some people are just supposed to meet you on the other side.
Yeah, kind of. That's really what it is. Like, I used to be so close to a lot of people. I used to be a Cliqu'd girl, but I wasn't a gossip girl. I was the goofy, the clown of the group. So I used to get myself into like a lot of situations where, let's say there's a fight going, I just instigate. I used to be that type of person. I used to be like, what? Like, nah. I'm like, oh shit. No, stop. But I had to realize that only got me punched in the face. So it really was no point in doing it. I don't know. I got that arousal for it. I just don't like the immaturity. It's like I used to be a real bad crash out. Like, my brothers and sisters, if I were to call like my siblings up right now, they'll tell you like, Yeah, she was the worst out of us. Not saying in a bad way. She just was like really mentally unhinged, and we had no way of controlling her. And she always liked to do what the fuck she wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think every group of brothers and sisters have the one that is like,
Oh yeah, it was me. But okay, so it was me and my little brother,
okay.
and he's Dennis the Menace. Like he's actually Dennis the Menace.
He's actually him.
Yeah, yeah. He crashed my mom's car,
Okay, so he sounds like me.
and he's 11.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When we asked him why or what was the reason, he was like, "I just wanted to play GTA in real life."
He can't be the only kid that
I
said
said,
that,
bro.
though. You know what I mean?
I said, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
But I feel like there are kids out here who think that way, like,
Bruh.
because
When
like if you look at those video games look like you could do that. Like it's not like,
But like he really waited till my grandmother fell asleep to go into her room, into her pocketbook, get the keys, and go outside. And I believe that sign shit is so real because he had a fucking plan. Like it was already planned out. You feel me? He's a Capricorn. So he had it planned out. So after he took the car and he crashed it, he came back to the house. He goes ahead and he tries to play all, he wipes his nose and stuff because his nose was busted when he had crashed the car because he hit another car. And thankfully nothing happened. I'm actually very grateful he's okay, but still he's fucking unhinged like his sister. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's the only reason why I can speak common sense into him sometimes, because I get him. He's doing it out of attention. He doesn't mean to, but it's just because he doesn't get a lot of attention from my grandmother. Mm-hmm. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, grandma's getting up there in age and she's just trying to make sure her baby's okay. But he likes to stress her out and I don't appreciate it. But for the most part, yeah. So he came back and he laid in bed and all that. And, the cops came to the door like 2 hours later. And he answered it. And he was like, they were like, hey little man, do you have anybody here? And he was like, Mom, there's some cops at the door. So he goes ahead and plops his little ass on the couch. And he acting like he don't know what's going on and he just tired and stuff. So he's like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. All right. So my grandmother, I had the footage and everything because the cops, they sent the footage and stuff. Well, I gotta stay hush. Excuse me. Edit that out, please. But long story short, we had got something, and we was really trying to figure out like how the fuck who crashed the car. And that's when the only person we could think of was my sister, because my sister drives, but I don't live at home, but my sister does because she takes care of my grandmother. So my sister comes in the house and they questioning her, and immediately my brother was questioned like, did she take the keys, like, and did she crash the car? And he's like, yeah. So they took my sister and they arrested her.
Oh wow.
They arrested my sister. And they questioned her down and etc. And she got really bad anger issues. Like, she's an Aries. She does not play that shit. So she was cursing them cops down. They had to restrain her. And long story short, they did their detective work and circled around the car and saw like how the person would be in an average car and etc. And the cop questioned, he was like, nah, this isn't right. Because if it was a bigger person, because they saw how my sister looked, they were like, if this was a bigger person, the car seat would be pushed back a little bit more. Like, he was very precise on how he did his detective work. Mm-hmm. So immediately it came back around to where they went to his school and they had sat him down with the principal, my grandmother, and the detective and the cop. And they asked them, they was like, so you want to tell us the truth now, because we already know. So they did their little manipulation. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, yes, it was me. And ever since then, Yeah, we just don't like him right now. We just, yeah, I'm sorry, Justin. You just,
I have a.
we just don't like
These
Justin
kids are
today.
crazy these days. I have a relative who, in this day and age, very recently called it a bomb threat because he was mad at one of his teachers.
Yeah,
So
I've
it
came
was-
across that too.
I was just like, goodness, like, you guys don't know what you're playing with. Like, you know, I mean, and we were kids, and I've took my parents' car before. You know, I just cared. I wouldn't say cared. I was more afraid of my parents. You know what I mean? So like, this car has to come back in the condition it left in,
Yeah.
with the gas in it and everything. Like the plan, like you said, he had a plan. Like
Yeah,
when we were kids, we had a
whole
plan. Like the plan is, all right, I got to get some gas money because I got to be able to put something in this.
And it's crazy because I used to do the same thing. I was so strategic. That's
Yeah.
what makes it like funny. Because when my grandmother sat down and she told me, she was like, I felt like I was sitting there when it was you, because I got in trouble too,
Right.
with the law, and that it was very funny. But she said I felt like I was looking at a spit image of you, getting ready to slap him the fuck up across the head. I said, I'm sorry, Mama, that happened to you. I really do. But at least I knew not to steal from home. You feel me? Like,
So okay, I want to chase gears. We're on our Taylor. We're gonna get out of here in a second.
okay.
But you are an amazing artist, and this is you have definitely made a splash in this community. I'm seeing your name around. I'm seeing a lot of your exploits, and you have pretty substantial backing for somebody who just came here. Because you're a New Yorker, especially in Savannah. You know what I'm saying? Savannah is very, very much it's a city.
I don't know why they like New York people so much down here, especially y'all southern niggas with the dreads. Y'all really like us, especially if we're light skinned. I don't know what it is, but y'all need to stay the fuck away from me. Love yourself, ho. Okay, I'm done. Oh, okay. Back to reality.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, coming down south.
Cater to your baby mamas. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done.
No, coming down south and seeing how colorism works down south is definitely like a culture shock. It's different. It is different. And not for nothing. I've lived up north and I've lived down south. The way they men, and I gotta call out my folks, man, we gotta talk about this. The way, and I want to see how you feel about this.
I feel like I already know what you're gonna say.
How men catcall and how men try to gain the attention of women down here is outrageous.
Like, I don't know what the difference is. Like, they'll, for some reason, because I actually was downtown, and this was 2 years ago. I was walking across the street. So that fuck nigga that touched my ass when I wasn't looking, go fuck yourself. Your mom's a hoe, by the way. Because you had no right to casually walk up behind me and my best friend while we was walking and like gradually slide your hand across my ass while your homegirl was next to us. So yeah, you're weird. You're probably a predator, and I'm gonna pray for you.
You're nice. I wouldn't even said a prayer.
Yeah, burn in the pits of hell.
Please.
That's the prayer. I pray that you burn in the pits of hell.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness. So how do you, because your stage presence, your artistic character is very, you play with seductiveness.
I feel like it's my eyes. I feel like people are drawn to my eyes, and that kind of just takes away from everything that, like, my art and all that.
You feel like it's a distraction.
Yeah, I feel like me being pretty is a distraction from my music, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of pisses me off because the first thing that they'll think is that I'm ready to pop ass and shake ass on this, the stage, and that's not even the case at all. I don't even dress provocative, and it's like the first thing they think, oh, she pretty, we about to see her throw it down. Like, nah, bro.
So being pretty is a hindrance to your artistic self.
Being pretty is a curse. I feel like all women feel that.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, women talk, you know?
Yeah, no, I
Next
think
podcast. We stop.
no, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that doesn't get talked about enough. I think a lot of women view their attractiveness as their superpower.
And there's fucking competition. And, like, you would think that, you know, a pretty girl like you would have the same mentality if you were obviously raised right to say, like, hey, you're pretty. And the first thing they would do is just stare you down like you a weird ass hoe or just not say anything. Like, I've come across females that have said I'm pretty, and I say you're beautiful. Like, right then and there. Not because I didn't believe they were beautiful. I just that's just something that you're supposed to do. Is a compliment. Compliment the people that compliment you. And personally, yeah, that's why I kind of stopped hanging around with a lot of females. Like, I pick and choose my females to hang around. Females that are not gonna fuck my nigga, not steal from me, not do me wrong,
Not Cabo 6.
not gossip.
You know about Cabo 6? The Cabo
What's
6?
Cabo 6?
Oh, there's I forget the actual lady's name, but they're called the Cabo 6, and they went down to Cabo and.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'm terrified of that.
Yeah.
I would.
Oh wait, when they fuck.
Yeah,
They killed the girl.
they killed that girl,
Yeah.
and they fucking ran off. And
they ran off.
All of y'all are pussies. Anyway, I hope you guys are really trying to figure out what's going on with your lives. I hope they find you guys too.
Oh, they found them. They just there's no extradition.
Oh, okay.
To get them
Well,
to
wait, when did they
Mexico.
find them? Because 2 months ago they said that they still couldn't find the people.
Initially, and I haven't heard anything in recent news, but initially, they had found them. They had brought them all in for questioning, but if I remember this right, the FBI said there was what they sued for was improper venue, because since the murder took place in Mexico, America, quote unquote, doesn't have jurisdiction.
I fucking remember that because of
Yeah, so, and then they were like, well, there's no extradition. We're not going to extradite you to Mexico to face them. So basically,
case was closed.
they basically just killed somebody and then walked off. I've also heard things like whenever people see them and recognize it as them, that they've been harassed, that they've been like attacked.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Good.
So
somebody pistol whips you on the back of your head. Apologies, my lord, but it's the truth.
So having
and I do
to
believe in karma.
So
It
having
does
to
come
pick
back.
your friends very carefully as a woman is something that I hear a lot about.
Yeah.
And it's largely, I
You
think,
would want somebody that's like you, but not too much like you, because then it would cause confliction. But if they're too much different like you, it would cause even more confliction. So you kind of want to have somebody on your level, but not too on your level. And I think that's what's amazing, because they grow with you, they learn things from you, and y'all grow together. So, yeah.
how are you feeling?
I'm high.
I love your honesty. I hope you never lose it. As high as you go, I hope this is the thing.
There's Aquarius in my chart. It's my Aquarius, y'all. Yeah.
So I think we're going to close down.
Yeah.
It has been an amazing opportunity to talk to you again.
Yeah, I'm always down to be on podcasts and chill with you guys and just have fun, I guess. You know,
So, man, Miss Navia.
Navia.
One more time, give us where we can find you.
Oh, okay. My handles are _Navia, NAVIA _ wait, no, stop, pause. Okay.
The whole dot in your thing.
Yeah, it's a dot. There's no underscore. And then it's UXHIHA _ Okay, yeah. And then on all streaming platforms, you could just find me as Navia, NAVIA. I got
You got
more
any new projects?
Yeah, I'm still working on Death and Rebirth. I am so sorry it's taking this long, y'all. I really know you guys are waiting, but 20 songs is a lot. And unfortunately,
That's
because
old school ethic. That's old school album work.
and
I like that.
Unfortunately, because it is 20 songs, we're cutting it as like 2 albums. So it'll be a full deluxe album, but the first one will be like kind of the songs you guys already have heard me leak and stuff, and then maybe about like 5 months later, if I feel like you guys, my streams have been going a little bit lower than what they are, I'll go ahead and I'll push it, for the second thing. That way I can have time to go ahead and create more of my music on the
Give
side.
yourself a backlog. I get it.
Yeah, that's
Very
my
strategic.
process.
Okay.
And I write every day. Every day. Well, maybe not every day, but I try to write like every weekend when I have a thought or just of what I'm feeling. So
Nice. Thank you for coming and hanging out.
of course, I
This.
love you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. This has been Queued Up with your boy Jive English, and we have been interviewing the amazing Navia. Can we get us some applause on the way out of here, man? There we go. Yeah. It has been our pleasure to have you, and we will have you again. We're gonna have you in the podcast again.
Yay!
All right. This has been Queued Up with your boy